My first trophy, you mean? I just hope it falls apart before Avalon does. Then what are you waiting for? Toss it into the fire and... Vesna did? Why? I thought she wanted to be free of me as soon as possible. I know she does, as I love her, but I'm dead. What good does it do her, clinging to a ghost? The choice is yours anyway. You'll do what you think is right. No, I don't know. I cherished every moment we had. But if I saw she was hurting, I'd have no choice, would I? I don't have an answer for this. I'm ready to move on. But if she's not ready to let me go, I don't know. It's your choice in the end. Truth be told, I never expected anyone to help me with this, especially not an outsider. You're a good sort. May Avalon be kinder to you than it was to us. Tell Vesna I love her. Or don't. She knows.
I'm listening. The god I worshipped, or the abomination that massacred our village? Because the god I always felt was the one waiting with me in the woods, sitting in silence, watching me honor the hunt. That thing that attacked us, it didn't hunt, it just killed. It felt alien to me. So, it's done. I know I should be grateful to you for honoring his wishes, but all I can think about is the emptiness haunting the rest of my life. Haha, he'd want to weigh in on my next lover. Or better yet, try them himself. You're right. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint him. Here, take this. Vragi wouldn't want to be indebted to you. So, as his wife, it's my duty to settle the debt. Now, please, leave me to my hunt. Watch where you step.
I was just listening to the wind. It doesn't speak kindly today. Yes? Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if our tribe will stay here, but even if we don't, there will still be my mark on this place. Proof that I existed, that I wasn't just a dream. This is for you. I know it's not enough. Not for what you've done for me. I can only promise I will not forget your kindness. You're willing to help us even further. That is unexpected. Well, you're an outsider, but even if you weren't, the Dalrita are taught to rely on themselves. On one hand, the tribe is bound to help its own. On the other, asking for help is rarely seen as honourable. We live with many contradictions, and we die with them. All right. The corruption that struck my tree, it spread further, carried by the Stagfather's worshippers. The forest weeps blood. It bears the same monsters. But it turns out that even monsters have their use. No, right now it would be pointless. They grow like weeds, and they won't stop until the forest returns to balance. But they do produce a resin I could use to heal the wounded before another tragedy strikes. Bring me some, and I'll give you a recipe I found. You'll make better use of it than I ever could. To think the Stagfather worshippers brought ruin to us, and yet, unwittingly, they also helped create our salvation. Leona taught me that there is balance in all things. I suppose she wasn't wrong. Thank you, outsider. You've helped save my kin. Here, the promised recipe. May it serve you well. business is slow when your customers are dead. Yes? Did you find the mask of the Huntmaster? Impossible! That's Falric's ring. He made it from a bone of the first bear he ever killed. I remember it well. I used to tease him about wasting half the bear's skeleton before he finally managed to make something that looked like a ring. How did you do it? How did you track my brother without the mask? Are you sure it was Falric? You're either very lucky, or the Stagfather himself guided you to me. Either way, thank you. You've proven yourself to be an excellent hunter. You've given Svarric a death worthy of a Dalrita. I owe you for this. If you ever need anything, light armor, a weapon, tools, I'll sell to you at a special price. You've made this old hunter very happy, despite the circumstances. If you have any gods, may they guide you.
The forest whispered, the fire screamed, the bones agreed, and at last, here you are, just in time. The horned god told me, before hatred blinded him. He said your paths would cross, that you would bring redemption or ruin. In my dreams, I hear the crack of seals and snapping bones. The horned god, cursed with pain and blood, tears at the bonds I used to bind him. The earth trembles with his fury. Can you feel it? Soon, he will break free. And then we shall pay for calling him with blood, not faith. Yes, Gudri, who took the horned god's fury into himself to save us all. He reached for blood and bone, and let me turn his body and soul into a vessel for the god's essence. I sealed it with wards, like a cage of thorns. But the god's wrath will tear through them, sooner or later. And when that happens, there'll be no saving us. If you want to bind a god, you don't choose the method. You use everything. Old songs stolen from the dead, runes slick with black blood, teeth and claws. The horned god in his hate-twisted form was a nightmare that came to devour us all. The finest warriors of the spine, the pride of our tribe, gave their lives on the altar of battle to weaken him. My disciples, my sons and daughters, they strayed. After the Gunvalda massacre, I and the others who served the horned god could not bear the shame. We heard our kin cry out and turned our heads. We betrayed our blood. The most devout called upon the old powers, out of grief, out of rage, but without reverence or care. They begged the horned god to come and punish us. And he did. Not as a guardian, not as a spirit of the woods. He came as fury, pain, and slaughter. I didn't think they'd reach so deep into the dark. By the time I saw what they were doing, the earth was already soaked in blood. They opened a door, and I gave them the key, in the form of songs, rites, and signs. He cannot be healed. He will not forgive us. But I can try to keep him bound by will, by bone, and by blood. To do that, I need a fragment of his original self, the first trophy. The skull of the first stag ever hunted and offered in sacrifice to the horned god. It will remind him of who he once was. Bind his essence to the first offering, one made out of reverence, not fear. It may hold him in the unrealm of the hunt, long enough for me to complete the rite that will seal him there. It's hidden, tied to the places where we once worshipped the horned god. 3 shrines, as old as the forest itself. But now, they must be destroyed. Each one is guarded by a servant of ancient memory. Kill them. Cast down what still remains upon their altars. Once all 3 fall, the 4th shrine, hidden and forgotten, will reveal itself. The first trophy waits there. No, but we have nothing else. Go, but be warned. The shrines are no longer sacred. They're fouled by hatred, and the guardians who watch over them do not rest. Go, but don't lose your will.